Welcome to all. I am Sadhana. I am studying in St. Xavier's Anglo-Indian Higher Secondary School in Broadway and I am a student of Junior IAS Academy. Today I am going to take Social Science, Asian Civilization. We'll learn about what is Asian Civilization, what they are did, and next we have known about the Egyptian civilization, what they did, and about the Egyptians, and next Mesopotamians. And we are going to learn the Chinese civilization today. The Chinese civilization. Let's see a simple introduction for the Chinese civilization. The Chinese very intelligent, so they have improved the writing systems and all. That the writing system will be different from us. They will draw, that will be like designs and drawings, and they invited the more things. And there is another one thing, that is the terracotta army. That is the collection of the terracotta warriors image on that will be like a statue. Let's learn more things that in the. And the philosophy and literature, that the philosophy and literature, the Confucius is a main thing. He was a writer. He was a main writer in the Chinese. Let's start with our river. So there is two major rivers. That is, one is Yellow River, and another one is called as that. The another river is called as Yangtze River. So there are two major rivers. One is Yellow River and Yangtze River. The Yellow River is known as the Sorrow of China. That is known like that. And they are since it changed its course and caused frequented floods. So the evidence for the prehistoric Peking man, that and many man, the art exists in China. The Neolithic communities lived in the China between 4500 and 3750 BC. The Henan province in the Yellow and Yangtze River Valley contained the evidence of Neolithic villages. And the China had made many cities and states. And they have gradually, these states became the part of an empire. Let's see the polity and the emperors. So there, the polity and emperors. Let's start that. The Queen Shi Huang, which means the first emperor, there was found in Queen China dynasty. The emperor had the title, that he added some title, that is son of heaven. He considered to be the first emperor of the China. Then the period of between 222 and 206 BC is known as the emperor era in China. So that is known like that, and they have remained the emperor till 212 BC. He defeated the feudal lords and established a strong empire in that place. And he credited with unified China. That Xing Hukdi destroyed the walls and of a different states and constructed the Great Wall of China. That he constructed a wall, that is the Great Wall of China. He destroyed all the walls and he constructed that. And to protect the empire from the invading nomadic peoples, he built the roads to integrate the empire. So these are things he did in his empire, in his holding the country. He did. The Han Empire. During this period, a written history of the empire was made available in China, the greatest of the Han empires. That he was then the greatest of that empire, expanded the empire and built many public amenities. including irrigation tanks and many things he built for them, opening a Silk Road and a pavement the way for the opening of the Silk Road and encouraged the trade activities because of the Silk Road and the resulted trade connection. China benefited immensely during the rule of the Emperor Shang. The Chinese silk was much sought after the Romans during the time of the Roman Emperor Marcus in 166 AD. Some of the Chinese silk might have reached the Rome through the ports of the Tamilagam. And the philosophy and literature, the Chinese poets and the philosophers such as Confucius, Lutus, like that names will be there. And in that, the Confucius is an great physio- uh, philosopher there, and he contributed to be and the Confucius letters and many type of that philosopher and literatures. They have contributed to develop of the Chinese civilization that he wrote a work that is called as Art of War. He wrote a work, the Spring and Autumn Annals, in that official corner of the states at the time. That chronicle of the states at the time. The Yellow Emperor that they have the canon of the medicine. He considered the China earliest written book of the medicine. It was then codified during the time of Han Dynasty, and Confucius was the famous philosopher. In that, among the Chinese philosophers, he was the famous, and he was a political reformer, and he was his name means Hakang, the master. He insisted on the civilization of one own person's life. He said that if a person's life is cultivated, the family life is regulated, and once the family life is regulated, the national life is regulated. He says this word, and Lao Tzu, he was a master achieve a keeper of the choice state. He was a founder of the Taoism, and he argued the desire in the root cause of all evils. And there was many philosophers there, and there another philosopher was well known as the Chinese philosopher Mencius. He traveled throughout the China and offered his counsel to the rulers. So he did all these things like this. The philosophers are many more in the Chinese civilization. They got that, and the Chinese script they will be right on the bone. The Chinese developed a writing system from an early time in century. It was a pictographic system, and later it was converted into symbol form. First, that was like a pictographic system. Next, they have converted to the symbol form. And the terracotta army. The terracotta army refers to the large collection of that they have the collection of the terracotta warriors image found in the China. The first emperor of the China, the Queen Shi Huang, they were buried with the king in that 2009 BC to 2010 BC. They are found at the northern foot of that Lishan mountain, 35 kilometers northeast of that place. The Shan explosion as the part of that the king. These are the pictures of the terracotta army. There will be like an statues there. Let's see what is the contributions of the Chinese civilization. Writing system was improved. Invention of the paper. They only invited the paper, and they invited the gunpowder, and the opening of the Silk Road. These are they have done. Thank you.